Alright, let's continue. Let's do a little example. I'm looking on page 197 if you want to follow along. If you don't really need to. I mean, follow along what I'm doing, but you don't have to follow along in the book. Alright, this is what they're going to do. They're going to give you 2 points, and they're going to ask you to find the equation of this line. Alright, find the equation of the line. And you got to make sure you read carefully to find out what form they want you to put it in. Sometimes they'll ask you to put it in slope-intercept form. Sometimes they're going to ask you to put it in point-slope form. Okay, so make sure you don't just look at it and say, oh, 2 points, okay, here's the equation of a line. Make sure you look to see which form you're supposed to put it in. According to this example, what does it say? Write an equation of a line through each pair of points in what? Slope-intercept form. Okay, so what I always do is this. If it says slope-intercept form, I'm writing this down. Y equals mx plus b. Everybody with me? Alright, so now, what are we going to do? Remember when I first did that, I said it was really easy. They told you the slope and they told you the y-intercept. Well, they don't tell you either one here, do they? You got to figure them all out. But that's not that hard. Let's do the slope first. Let's figure out the slope. Really, all we got to do is figure out 2 things, right? Figure out the slope and figure out the y-intercept, and then we're good to go. Because I don't have to put anything for x and y, do I? Just leave it x and y. So all I got to do is find 2 things. Let's find the slope. Look, you had a whole lesson. Well, actually, you should have had a whole lesson last night finding a whole bunch of slopes. I forgot to give it to you, but you're going to do it tonight. All right. So, but you should remember from yesterday how to find the slope. What is it? Yeah. Let's say it like this. Let's say, and you're right. It is. It's true. Yeah. Let's say it like this: the change in y over the change in x. Okay. The change in y over the change in x. How do we find the change in something? What do we do with those numbers? We subtract them. Okay, so if I say the change in something, you should know just to subtract them. Right? I'm going to write it down. Now, does it matter that you go y1 minus y2 or y2 minus y1? No, it doesn't. As long as you do what? Subtract the x's what? In the same way. Okay, in the same order. Okay, you got to make sure. It doesn't matter. Now, if you look in the book, it might say y2 minus y1. I just always write 1 minus 2. Is that all right? Now, the y goes on top. What goes on the bottom? The x's. All right, so make sure that you write it like that. A lot of people, not a lot, there are a few. There's a handful of people that will put the x on the top. And I kind of have an idea why they do that is because they're probably thinking, oh, x goes first, right? X before y, x goes on top, y on the bottom. But it's not. Remember, it's rise over run. Rise is up and down. That's the y-axis. Run is going across. That's the x-axis. Okay? So it's y over x, change in y over change in x. You got it? Or delta y over delta x, but we would say change in, the change in y. All right, anyway, enough of that. Let's do this thing. Let's just subtract the y's. It doesn't matter what order. I always like to take the first one minus the second one. To me, that's just a little easier. Okay, so it's what? It's 4 minus negative 4. So it's not just 4 minus 4, it's 4 minus negative 4, which will eventually be what? 8. Plus, right, which would be an 8. Okay, let's do the x's now. What is that? Negative 7, what? Minus 9. All right, so let's do that. This is 8 over what? Negative, I was going to say 8. Why did I do that? Negative 16. Okay, good. Always reduce it. What's that going to be? Right, negative 1/2. Does it matter if the 1 is or the negative's on the top or the bottom? No. Could be right in the middle too, couldn't it? So that's our slope. It's not my answer. I'm just going to put in a little box for right now just so I remember where it is, okay? So now I've got the slope. I've got that right there. Now all I got to do is find what? The y-intercept. Now this is what I do. Okay, I'm going to write y equals mx plus b again. You probably don't need to. I'm just doing this for teaching purposes. All right, so the x and the y represent a point on the line. Remember I said that earlier? The x and the y represent any point on this line. Do I know any points on my line? Yeah, I know how many? 2. I know 2 points on the line. I know this one and this one. And guess what? It doesn't matter which one you pick. I could pick the first one or the second one. It doesn't make any difference. If you don't believe me, try putting the other point in after I do this one. You'll get the same exact equation of the line. Okay? To me, that's kind of cool. I think it's kind of interesting. Put in 2 completely different points, and you still get the same exact equation of the line. As long as those points lie on this line that we're talking about, this will work. So let's put some stuff in. Which point do you want to pick first of all? The first one or the second one? First one? Okay. And again, it doesn't make any difference. I just picked what I think would be the easiest one. All right, this might be easier. Who knows? Let's put the y in. What do I put in for y then? 4. All right, and the m, I found it already. It's negative 1/2, right? It's negative. I wish I wouldn't have combined them. Okay, times x. What's my x? negative 7, put that over 1, and then plus what? B, because I don't know what it is. That's what I'm going to solve for. So now, let's go ahead and solve for it. So 4 equals, let's do this, negative 1/2 times negative 7 is, let's go 7/2. Let's not make it 3.5. Right? Let's not, it's a lot easier in algebra to work with things that are improper fractions than mixed numbers. Okay, I really believe it is. Now, if you look at this, you might say, oh, maybe it's not, but generally, it's better to keep it improper. Okay? Watch what I'm going to do. How do I get rid of the 7/2? Subtract the 7/2, right? Subtract the 7/2. But what's this going to be? Let's change this 4. I want to put it over 2. Remember I did this earlier? Put this over 2, so what's this going to be? 8 over 2. It's the same number we used before, isn't it? All right, but get used to doing that. I think it's easy to do it that way. So you got rid of it here. So B, what's that? Is it what? 1 over 2?
Yes, it's still 1 over 2.
Where? Right here? I multiplied them together, so I got, right, I got the 7 and then I got it over 2. This right here? Well, 8 over 2 is the same as 4. So, oh, for the answer, is that what you're saying? Oh, yeah. We haven't got there yet. I thought you were talking about this part right here. So, it's 8/2 what? Minus 7/2. Well, 8 minus 7 is 1/2. Easy as that, right? Now, that's not my final answer, though, is it? What am I trying to do? I'm trying to write the equation of a line. I need two things. I need a slope and I need a y-intercept. Well, I got them both now. So now I can just put it all together, wrap it up in a nice little bow, all right? And there we go. We got a nice little equation. So what's it going to look like? Y equals m. What's m? Negative 1/2 x, and then plus my b, which is 1/2. That right there, I'll tell you what, I'll just circle it. Okay, that's my answer right there. Okay? Yeah, it does. Okay, Rachel did the other point. Okay, she picked this one right here. Okay, put it in, and you got the exact same thing. So it doesn't matter which point you pick. I think that's kind of amazing, don't you? All right, any point that lies on that line. If I was to graph it and find another point that lies on that line, I could put that x and y in for here and here, and I'd still get the same exact equation. All right, because it represents the same line. All right, doesn't. Who invented it? Everybody invented it. Well, nobody invented it. We discovered it. God invented it. But people discovered it. I mean, it's there. It always existed. People just found it, basically. Okay? Let's talk about this. I didn't talk about this in my other class. I completely forgot. But we'll skim through this pretty quick here. Yeah, I still got a few minutes. Okay, so we're good on time. Let's do blue. Let's do this nice blue right here. All right? Let's do this. Let's talk about, I'll do a little XY axis action right here. Yeah, nice pretty blue. And then we'll go back. Let's go do another color. Let's do this crazy color right here. Alright? So what if we had, watch this. Here's my line. What kind of line is that? Straight across. It's a horizontal line, okay? It's a horizontal line. What is the slope of a horizontal line? We talked about this yesterday. It's 0. Remember talking about going skiing? Right? If you're going skiing and you have a slope like this, you go nowhere. You go 0 miles per hour. It's a 0 slope. 0 slope. Everybody got that? So what we want to do is find the equation of this line. So it's basically it is y equals mx plus b, isn't it? All right. What's the slope, though? It's 0. So I don't even care what the x is, so look what we get. We just get y equals what? B, wherever this is. Let's make up a number. Let's say it hits at 3. So this equation right here would be y equals what? 3. There's no x at all. Why is there not an x? Because it's 0x. 0 times x is 0. You follow me? So a horizontal line is just y equals wherever it crosses the y-axis. Make sense? There's no x in it. It's just y equals. Well, guess what? Let's do this. Copy, paste. Let's slide this down here. Just get some room. And okay, let's do a line like this. What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, try to stay awake. All right, here we go. What kind of line is this?
Vertical.
It's a vertical line. Okay. What's the slope of a vertical line?
0.
No.
It's undefined.
It's undefined. There is no slope, okay? You could say it a couple ways. You could say there's no slope, or you could say it's undefined slope, okay? It doesn't exist. You can't say zero slope. There's a difference between zero slope right here and no slope. The slope does not exist. Remember, if I go skiing, you'll never see a thing that says go this way, all right? It'll tell you don't go this way, but it'll never say go this way. This is our slope. So this is undefined. So like this, watch, this says y equals 3. How can you remember? A lot of people get confused because they think, oh, horizontal line, that's going to x, so it's x equals something. It's not. Look where it crosses. Look where a horizontal line crosses. What axis does it cross? The y-axis. Look at a vertical line. A vertical line crosses which axis? The x-axis. So guess what this is? This is x equals wherever it crosses. All right, let's say it crosses where? -3. Okay, let's say it crosses at -3. Whatever, doesn't matter. Okay, so this equation would be what? X equals -3. So that would be the equation of a vertical line. So anytime you have a vertical line, it's always x equals something. Anytime you have a horizontal line, it's what? It's y equals something. How can you remember that? You remember it because what axis does it cross? What axis does it go through? A horizontal line goes through the y-axis. A vertical line goes through what? No, it goes through the x-axis. That's why it's x equals. Do you see it? It goes through the x-axis. That's why it's x equals. This goes through the y-axis. That's why it's just y equals something. Make sense? Okay. I think we've covered everything. Pretty much. Let me just take a peek. Yeah, I think we have. So you should be able to do just about all these problems that we that I assigned. What are you doing? 13 to 39, right?
Yeah.
13 to 39 odds from that lesson. And that's page, what? 200, 201.
No, you said 190. No, that you said that was
Oh, that's, yeah, this is not tonight's. This is tomorrow's, right. This is tomorrow, sorry. So this will be 200, 201, but you're doing last night's, right, which is 13 to 39 odds again, but a different section. All right, we good with that?
Alright.
Very good. You want to say bye?
Bye.